Welcome everyone to Ye Old Table as Crit Eating Grin plays Curse of Strahd, a 5th edition D&D campaign from Wizards of the Coast. Joining me today are the players who will cast their die in their quest to save the land of Barovia. Or will they? To my left we have...
My name's Megan. I'm playing Celeste, a Aasimar Ranger. That's all.
That's it. Okay. I'm Ellie. I'm playing Niley, a Aasimar Paladin. Yeah, that's it.
I'm Corey. I'm playing Rhodes, a human cleric of Twilight. And that's it.
Sounds fancy. I'm Maria.
That's it.
That's it. I'm playing Theolova, a hybrid peace cleric, and that is it.
And joining us via the magic of the scrying spell from a far, far away land is...
My name is James, and I am playing Bendur Chazin, or Duncan Ib Heza. Many of his names are starting to come out. He is a hexblood, unbeknownst to him, rogue. And that is it.
And I am Eric, your Grand Maestro for today's game. And that is it.
Good night, guys.
Bravo. Bravo.
Like that.
I love it.
I'll put that on shorts.
Successful D&D.
Oh my god, we want TikTok for you guys to do, showing when the players show up and when the start time is 11.
She already
I
started
tried
that.
to do that
Oh, why didn't you do it?
because then Katie
forgot.
and Ashley both snuck in at the end at the last minute, and I didn't miss it.
That's funnier. Show that.
And that's it.
And that's it.
So last we left off, you guys had traveled. You guys had dealt with a druid. You guys had made it to the Vistani camp. Not the Gypsy camp, Megan. The Vistani camp.
Romani. That's better than Gypsy.
Romani, correct. That's the PC term. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I looked it up. I Googled it since I'm an old person from the era. Anyway, you had got the magical cards read by the madam.
Yes.
There was a rendezvous that could or could not be. There was a disturbance in the night as a flamed horse with rider grabbed someone from someone's past, leaving you emotional
Distraught.
as we pick up in the middle of the night and go. But don't ever
I
say
am never
You just threw us
sleeping with
back into
anyone
it.
ever again. Ever again. Never, ever again. You guys cannot talk me into it. I'm pretty sure I just slept with that fucker on the horse. I am not happy.
But was it good?
That's all I have to say.
But was it good?
It was fine.
I've had better.
there were hints of vanilla, patchouli, and cedar.
I got all my stuff back. I got Rhodes a lovely locket of some kind. But it was not worth it, I don't think.
I forgot.
Did you attune to that, or do you just have it? Or I don't even know if you can attune to it, but I'm just curious. Was it?
It is an attunable object.
Yes.
Is it?
Yep, pass it down.
Well,
Reach.
when he rode away, I'm pretty sure he had, my pseudo caregiver
Was there a name to that?
What?
Dot.
Dot.
What,
Oh
what do you
my
mean
God,
your
it was
pseudo...
like ...
dot.
Anyway,
Etc.
Amazing. What's
Is
up?
that her last name?
Dot, etc.
anytime you refer to Dot, each one of you have to go ...
Yeah, done.
It's a running gag now.
It's canon.
Yeah.
She has 3 first names.
Oh, that's so
Dot.
weird.
Oh, God.
It's not really clear, but it was one of those, I saw her, and it came back to me then. I didn't actively remember her. So, how would he, or whatever the horse guy, know that if I don't even really remember, I don't know. It's freaking me out. I don't like it.
He did break or prevent a psychic connection. I did try to connect with him.
The wolf.
Or her. It's a bit unclear. He might have some mental abilities that let him, her, they rip memories from you and use them
I
as
wonder
weapons?
if they could repair my memory.
I don't think that's a deal you want to get into.
I don't know.
No.
Is it worth it?
No.
I'll have to pray about this one.
Yeah.
Rose, that's
What's
like, pray or pray?
Yeah. Is this an evening type prayer or
Yeah.
is this a
There's
real
a lot
one?
of power in
Just
all kinds
pray.
of prayer.
Right.
Trust issues.
We have a case of the giggles today, and I love it. What do you
so
remember?
yeah,
What memories did they pull out?
It was more like I saw somebody I recognized tenuously, but everything from that, basically right before I was able to escape, is very unclear. Like I know that I must not have been this before I got there, but other than that, like I don't know. So it just freaked me out. And like I've been seeing things in the mist. Is it real? I don't know. Was it even really her? Do I want to take a chance and even
We've
worry
learned
about
that
it?
not any of them have been real. They've all been monsters. So, what is the actual likelihood that it was actually your caregiver?
I don't
Dot.
know, but
I
I
believe
also
was
don't.
Dot.
Yes.
There's a barking dog at the Vistani camp.
What's his name?
They should feed the warhounds.
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
She sounds vicious.
She sounds beautiful.
True. But also, like, what if it is her, and what if I am, like, need to get her? What if she's here to get me, and then, like, he circumvented that? Like, what if she's actually bad, and my memory is clouded to the point where she was coming to, like, steal me back, and he's like, nah, come with me. Like, I don't know. It's so confusing.
What's the mist situation right now?
If I remember correctly, the mist is pretty much clear around this camp. You can see across the river fairly clearly. You probably see on the opposite riverbank, it's foggy or misty across the way. And then there's a pretty significant kind of clearing around the camp. I'd say quarter to half a mile of, was it diameter? No, radius. Radius around the camp.
Thief, we could try something. To Niley's point, I'm a bit hesitant to suggest this, but if they are monsters and creatures that they are summoning as illusions or ways to play tricks upon our minds, it could be pulling them from the mists. We could, in theory, have you think about Dot.
Dot.
And get close to the mist and see if the visage approaches?
Well, I mean, I'm not out here as some kind of, like, Dark Lord scholar, but it seems like he would probably remember having used that memory and then develop another one if, like, you know what I mean? I don't think he'll, like, send the same person out again, but I'm happy to try. Last time I was in the mist, though, it was,
I don't think he's proposing we go into the mist.
We just
Right?
approach it, correct. We get within 10 feet of it.
Sup, mist.
Okay. I thought you had a good idea, and then it just wasn't.
So, like,
Okay.
tie a rope around my waist and
No.
yank me
And then
back in that
yank you.
situation if I get in trouble, or...
That doesn't always work out well.
No?
No.
I didn't think it would, but, I'm like, I don't know, the mist really freaks me out. Last
Yeah.
time I was there, I was pretty incapable of even, like, handling myself, and Niley had to, like, scoop me up.
To scoop a lot of people up.
Yes. But, I don't know. I think right now, we should probably just keep continuing on and let me do some soul searching and see if, like, maybe I can remember something, or... he's obviously trying to mess with me specifically. I've seen him twice now, and I'm just really freaked out.
Interesting.
But I feel better when you guys are close.
Perhaps you could reach out to your god. in some way.
I plan on it. It's definitely
Not
something I'm
prayers.
gonna have to do.
If they pick up.
Right. Sorry, busy calling in later.
Dial tone.
The person you are trying to reach.
It's currently not available.
Their voicemail is full.
Not the voicemail full.
The prayer box is full.
God.
Yeah, we're all a little slap happy today. That's for sure.
I didn't pay my tithes.
You gotta pay that monthly fee.
So the night is drawing late. Everyone is beginning to get a little tired.
Before we go to bed, Rhodey, how does this locket, amulet, medallion, holy thing feel?
Has a sort of a dark energy to it, but yet appears that it can harness the power of sunlight and turn away undead and vampires.
Interesting. Do you feel more or less connected to your god of twilight?
I think more connected. I think the two things work well together. But we'll have to see.
I still think we should set up a watch and not trust that they won't leave us high and dry.
Who, Irina?
Absolutely,
Isma?
Yeah. I think Ismark went to bed.
They're both sleeping currently. So this is kind of like your
This isn't us thing, guys.
I will gladly take the first watch. I don't think I'll be sleeping.
BG3
Soon.
camp scene.
No. Yes.
Somebody's
Dun,
almost
dun,
talking to you. Are you sure you want to
Yes. Talk to me in the morning. I'm sleepy.
I would be more than happy to take second watch.
Do we want to double up or just single?
Who, me?
My watch is going to be me sitting up outside, like, right outside the tent door. I'm just so I can be, like, holler for anybody.
I'm sleeping in the wagon.
Okay. I'll be fine by myself, I think. I think I need to take some meditation time and just kind of think.
Okay. I'll take third watch.
So who's got first?
I don't know who's on first.
What's on second?
Who's
Anyway. Who's got second watch? All right. Third. And everybody's sleeping where?
I'll take second watch as well.
Oh.
All right.
You're sleeping in the wagon?
Yeah.
I'm waking her up for the third watch.
Okay.
She's not gonna. She's gonna pull her own weight.
Okay.
It's a whole
All right.
untold thing. I'm not telling her
So
beforehand.
first watch begins. The rest of you will go to your respected areas to try to settle down. I'd like all of you guys to make just a wisdom save to see if you can kind of settle yourself down for a rest.
Oh,
Oh, that's good.
wasted that.
That's stupid.
Oh, good, great. Just what I need to see. It's gonna
I
be
got a
good day, you
23
guys.
with a nat 20.
Oh, good.
Yeah, wasted it. Thanks.
Pew pew pew.
Pew, pew.
I
I
rolled
got a
Can I get
9.
I rolled a 2 with a nat 1.
Okay.
Great.
17.
Good.
23.
Okay.
Ooh, twinsies.
So
9.
okay. So all you need to be with a 5. So whoever beat a 5 when it's your turn to take a long rest,
I so wasted
you'll be
that.
able to find yourself getting a rest. If you rolled less than a 5, then you will not get a complete long rest because you will toss and turn because you're
Stupid wagon.
right, or Ruffles is snorting or something that bothers
Aw,
you.
did you wee baby?
It's like real life.
Yeah, I know. And
My
you will
life.
actually gain a point of exhaustion.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Welcome to Barovia, bitches.
Welcome to
Barovia.
Is that like
Barovia.
level-
Is that on a
That's the same
shirt?
thing.
Yeah, level 1 exhaustion.
Ruffles is stressful.
It's just like real life, guys.
Yeah. So the watches will all go. The first watch goes great. We'll come to the second watch. Is there anything you guys wish to do? Both Ben and Rhodes are on second watch.
Everything seems to be okay, you guys, but Ruffles is a little disturbed. There might be some fumage happening.
Oh.
So
like
steer
he's-
clear of the hind end. Stay upwind. That's all I'm saying.
We
I
can
won't go into any
definitely,
details.
definitely take care of that.
There's fumes coming from the horse.
Yes. Go investigate,
Sounds
Rose.
concerning.
He's so old, it's just dust.
Dwarven incense
It's like
powder.
a
I
fungus
see where this
sporing.
episode's going.
So sorry.
We go from a serious
Very
episode
emotional.
right into a fucking Comedy Central.
That's how we handle stressful situations.
Okay.
But before I go to bed, I'm going to ask Rhodes if he has anything to help still my mind. You seem like a night guy, and I'm having a lot of trouble here.
Of course. Let me remind myself how I do my abilities.
You forgot how to be a cleric.
It's been a long week.
Yes!
It's been a lot of vampire shit.
Imagine we've only been here 2 days. Like, guys, it's been such a week. We've been here 3 days.
I will reach out and I think the best one would be Twilight Sanctuary. So I'll create a Twilight Sanctuary around the area where you sleep.
Yay!
And the comfort of the Twilight sort of removes any fear.
That's awesome. And I'm camouflaged.
I could also, Fief, just a small suggestion, and really this came from you when you overloaded me with imagery from your past. I could connect to you and see what you dream about.
Oh, no, I'm cool. Thank you. I
Might get you some
I
answers.
appreciate it, but hard no.
All right. All right.
It's just because you've been through a lot, and I don't want to know what Strahd's dick looks like. So
I had sex with a lady.
Good lord. To put a warning on the front of
Guys,
this
can
one.
we take this from the top, please? I just feel like it could have gone better.
Rhodey, I was going to take a walk around the camp. Would you like to walk with me or stay and watch our friends?
I'll join you.
All right.
So you guys look around. Everyone is resting. You look at the Vistani camp, and there are lanterns that are lit on the front of the barrel wagons.
Okay.
Some of the tents have some lanterns that are kind of staked, like on a like almost like a shepherd's crook or something outside to provide a little bit of light. But the big bonfire that was there has kind of dwindled down to glowing embers.
Okay.
Smoke trails kind of come off of that. There are several of the Vistani that are like laying or sleeping next to the bonfire for warmth. Some of them are passed out at various locations. Some of them are in their tents, but everything seems to be quiet. The sound of the river kind of running is probably mixed with like the night ambience is kind of what everyone is kind of perceiving currently.
And the tent that Clara was in,
It's vacant.
was in.
Vacant and dark.
The furniture's still there. The shit's still there.
Everything is just how it was. If you peek in, it looks just the way it was. From where the tapestry has been dropped or things have been disshuffled, nothing has been disturbed.
We haven't really. I didn't really tell anybody about the kind of what happened, but as we're kind of walking through the camp, I will relay everything to Rhodes.
You're so
About
lucky.
Clara, I'll leave the explicit stuff out, but
Dang it.
the stuff, yeah, he doesn't know what sex is. It would be the lost conversation. I'll relay everything that happened. So, like, going down to the river, this kind of like pseudo experience with Clara, then how she vanished and somehow this medallion was given to us is kind of what it feels like. And I'll end the conversation with like, what do you make of that? That Madame Ava and this Dark Lord are connected, or what?
That's pretty fucked up.
Holy shit.
Yes, Rhodes, it is indeed fucked up. I didn't know you knew that word.
As the Fey youth would say.
As the youths would
No
say.
cap.
No caps.
No caps.
That was the opposite of busing, guys.
Madame Eva seems... I don't know. The Vistani seem almost more connected to this land than the Lord himself, perhaps.
I had a similar feeling considering that this camp is totally clear. There is no interference, there's no... I'd be interested to see if there are any Vistani who leave tomorrow morning. I'd be interested to see if those pockets of clear mist travel with them. It might give us an idea about Irina as well.
Agreed. Yes, they seem warded somehow from the effects of this land.
Agreed.
Although we are here in the first place because of them, so...
That's another thought that I had, that... Why are they traveling between our planes and this one? What are they getting out of it? Other than freedom.
That is a good question. They were not welcomed back home.
Right.
Why even bother?
There might be a clue in Ava's tent. I happen to be a little curious and want to pop my head in. Maybe she's not there. Shall we risk it?
I've heard of this before. People magically projecting.
No, well, my grandmother has done that, but I don't know the mechanics of it. I'm not particularly interested in how that works. Do you happen to know how it works?
Any chance I've ever heard of that?
I would say you probably would have, yeah.
Okay. I can't do it myself, but I've heard of powerful people doing such things.
Oh, but Rhodey, you're powerful yourself.
I am as powerful as the Twilight allows me to be.
Did you read that off a cue card?
Just pulled it up.
Read it from my hand.
Well,
what I do.
if our time in this land is, and I kind of gesture up at the crown of petrified wood that's kind of tucking my hair back, if there is something I've noticed out of, frankly, all of us, we are all evolving, mutating, changing, so perhaps if you are getting a bit stronger,
No, I think we're
the
good.
Twilight is strengthening you. And with that amulet being put in your hands, something that blends the darkness and the light, I mean, it's almost as if it's fate brought you here.
Indeed. Perhaps I am to become Lord.
I don't think I was saying that, but I guess that's something to consider.
He seems like he might need some sleep.
He just got put on a list.
Let's touch base on that in like a couple of weeks,
Yeah?
just to see how we feel.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah, let's put a pin in that. Let's put a pin
Yes,
in
I
that
was
one.
gonna say put a pin in it. Yep.
I'll just touch base with you every once in a while, just to see.
You're my advisor.
Yeah, sure, I will be your advisor. This seems like
the evil corporate overlord all of a sudden.
He's gonna establish
I really think
healthcare.
it was the last episode, but he's like, I'm done with this shit, guys. I've had enough.
I'm out.
Nobody ever,
You know who could run this place better? Me.
Have giant, colossal dragons on the road.
Rose is gonna establish unionized healthcare. It's gonna be insane.
So your guys' watch will go off without any crazy shenanigans. Everything seems pretty chill and cool.
Great.
Is there
Any
anything else
movement?
you get?
Any movement inside Ava's tent before we move on to the last one? Sorry.
Zero.
Okay.
Zero movement. I mean, there's moving around the camp,
Yeah.
But it's like so instant. Like people would get up and stagger to another tent, or you might hear somebody coughing or things
go
like
to the
that.
bathroom
Right,
or
just
something.
normal, right, camp ambience. You got it.
Okay. All right.
Are you comfortable with passing the watch?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys. will
Except
wake
we're
up.
sleeping next to the Dark Lord now, so besides that, everything's fine.
Right. Yeah.
Rhodes sleeps downwind of the horse accidentally.
Ruffles.
Smells of patchouli.
Oh, man.
I'll walk over to Niley and just kind of very gently wake her up and be like, "It's time for a watch."
I imagine she wakes up like a dad does, just very confused. I'm like, oh, what?
That sounds wrong.
We're in
you.
Barovia. This is the Vistani camp. It's okay.
Anything significant happen? On your watch? Anything fun? Interesting?
On our watch.
On our watch? No, we had a great time. It was lovely.
Okay. I didn't believe that for a second, but I will go wake up Celeste.
Okay.
When you come to the wagon, already wide awake.
Jesus.
She's
She's terrifying.
She's laying there humming the song that never ends, and she's like, "This is what I get for being a turd earlier," and
I'm glad
it's stuck in my head.
you're realizing it right now.
Also, this horse.
Bad place to sleep. Just kind of like...
Don't you listen,
Also,
Ruffles.
this horse.
You and your truth.
You picked a terrible spot to sleep.
I feel like Ben did it.
Oh,
He sabotaged the horse.
oh my god.
Fed him
Okay.
buffalo.
Well, you're gonna be fun to deal with today, tomorrow, whatever time it is. Time doesn't, I don't think, exist here. But I will kind of check on like the tents. I'll check on like Ismark and I forget her name. Irina.
Okay.
I usually forget Ismark's name. It's not. I always
Sister.
remember. Yeah. Check on just like, I know Rhodes and Ben just laid down, but like just kind of like I'm not really concerned about the Vistani camp. Just that they might disappear when
Right.
we stop looking.
I
So
would say that Ismark is resting well.
is Irina
He's a sloppy sleeper, so he's got sprawled out everywhere.
starfished? Okay,
Irina is like
curl into the corner.
slightly restless, but resting.
Okay.
She's one of those tidy, tuck my
Yeah,
back into
like,
side.
like-
Yeah, like mummy style
Yeah.
almost. Yeah, sleeper.
That's me.
That's you. So when I check on you,
So,
you're
yep.
Like curled up.
God.
Yep.
I thought she
And
was
everyone
dead.
else seems to be resting okay. It takes a minute for both Rhodes and...
Yeah, I would wait, like stagger that
Sure.
before I checked on them, so I
Okay.
wouldn't wake them up.
They will eventually settle down.
And then I would wander, try to stay upwind
Yeah.
of Ruffles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But still walk back over to Celeste.
Yeah.
I'm so like totally wide awake, wired, like
Oh God! Oh no!
like she's on caffeine.
It's like when you hit that second phase after you're like already passed out, you're like, yo, I could take on the world.
Yeah.
That's it.
Your second
Nice.
win. Mhm.
So what do you think about these cards?
Sorry. It's gotta get it in my system.
Better out than in. I always
Ruffles
say.
gotta get
Ruffles also has to get it out of his system.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like obviously the one is the one we already found. But what do you think some of these other ones are?
You're weirdly placing a lot of faith in cards read by a crazy old woman.
Well, but we found one of them.
Okay, I will give you one, but all of them?
Maybe.
That doesn't make sense. What? Listen, we came here because Ben directed us here, which you were very angry about. Like 20 minutes ago, I think.
No, I'm still peeved.
Okay, so we're still angry about it. So we came here, and you believe in these cards?
Not necessarily. That's why I'm asking you what you think.
I will believe it when we see all of them come true. If we see all of them come true. They're cards. How do cards tell futures?
I don't know.
We found a necklace that will probably help us. That's just luck.
Okay.
Dealer's draw. That's just a good... That's honestly what we deserve at this point.
So where do we go from here?
Yeah, I don't know. Vlaki for one.
Yeah.
It's apparently the safer city than wherever we are right now. And then we hopefully find someone stupid strong, and they can get us out of here.
Maybe we just need to wake up. Maybe it's like
Just
all a dream.
did that, and it wasn't a dream.
No,
I saw Ben's face. Not a dream.
that's a nightmare.
Okay. Yeah. Does look weird. Just a little weird. Just not normal. But...
Ben dreams subconsciously.
We would be keeping our voices down. For the most part.
I just imagine like it's quiet and then Ben just giggles lightly.
And
Just
that's
like giggles
the
and then goes, "I'm so beautiful."
Yeah.
Why does he giggle in his sleep? It's just weird.
I don't even know what that one.
I know your feelings on that. You believe these cards are real?
I don't know. I'm just saying that one of them turned out to be real.
Okay. Are the Vistani doing anything? Other than sleeping,
That's it.
like
I said, you'll just basic camp
Yeah.
ambience. That's it. Nothing appears to be crazy.
anything on the other side of the river looking like it
You're
wants to
more
murder
than
us?
welcome to make a perception check to see.
Awesome. I suck at this.
You walking down there?
I would get closer to help. Wow. Okay. 18.
You take a moment or two to kind of like study kind of like the forested line on the opposite side of the river, and it's foggy
Yeah.
with this mist or fog, and you kind of like adjust to the distance or whatever, and you can see occasionally like glowing eyes that'll like peer across and then like disappear, as if you can like the heads are turning, looking, and then straight forward.
That's fun.
Ooh. I hate this place. I hate this place. I hate this place. I hate this place. Okay, but nothing like honed in on us. So
Not yet.
yeah, we're at
Oh
least
boy.
safe-ish.
GM's favorite word.
Yeah,
Not
I
yet.
hated that. We're at least safe-ish in this camp.
It's just another good one.
Are we within 1 day's travel of Valaki? Like, do we need to camp again on the way there? Like, would we have looked at the map and known this?
Okay, now you're testing my math skills. I mathed this all out. So you're currently there. You've got 1, 2.5, 4.5, 5, 10 more. Yeah, you got another at least close to a day and a half to go.
Okay, so
Mile travel, yeah.
We
You
potentially will have to
probably
camp
would
again
have
somewhere.
another camp.
I think we need to think about that somehow going forward.
Maybe we'll get lucky again. Or we'll just... Yeah, I don't know. We can't camp in the woods because that's more unsafe than camping directly on the road.
Yes.
I hate this place so much.
Yep, me too.
From the bottom of my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Ismark has a plan. It was his plan all along to get to Vlaki, so...
Yeah,
Oh, great.
we'll put it on Ismark. Ismark will direct us.
I just meant maybe he had a plan that we could help tweak to be better than what it is. If anything, you would know that plan. Because you and him are so buddy-buddy.
No.
I'm sensing a little innuendo there, like... yeah.
Subtly putting it down to see if
Yeah, yeah.
anyone picks it up.
Yeah.
There's a difference between drinking buddy and, like...
Quiet down. That's what you'll hear from the camp. Quiet.
Shh. I'm talking to you.
No, I was talking about the hound.
No.
Somebody's trying to quiet the hound.
No,
Maybe
no.
we should-
We would prefer the alarm system to be active.
Maybe we should.
Phoenix is
adopt
doing a
dog.
great job.
Yeah, if we could get Phoenix over here, I would feel a little bit more safer. It's not even a dog. It's probably just a dude.
Barking.
Yeah.
Drunk.
Barking in his sleep.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very skeptical going forward. I feel like we don't have a solid plan.
Yeah, because we don't.
Yeah, no, we don't have shit, actually.
Can confirm.
All of this was help him get her to Vlaki because we needed a place to sleep. And now we're in this whole thing. But Vlaki is considered the safer city from Ismark himself. So when we get there, we will at least have time to breathe and then think.
That's true.
Unless Ismark doesn't know what he's talking about. Which,
Could also be true.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys wish to do as the sun is, well, the sun is getting lighter. I'll just put it that way. Through the thick
Very
gray
illuminates.
clouds and
Yeah.
mist and fog. No? Okay. Everyone will complete a long rest except for you. You'll have an exhaustion point.
I don't
For
remember
you.
what that gives me.
Huh?
So I don't remember what that gives me.
I don't think the
on
first
saves.
one is bad. I think the second one is
It gets worse.
worse.
Yeah.
I think it gives you disadvantage on saving throws.
Okay,
And
so
ability checks.
Yep.
And ability.
Okay.
as
Not attacks though.
I don't think so.
No, attacks are not. That's the second one. Pretty sure. It keeps compounding.
Yeah.
So morning, everyone is long rested, feel fairly rested. Some of you slept better than others. Ismark will stagger out of the tent as he begins to kind of like begin packing things up. Irina comes out as well. She seems like there's a little like bags or kind of indications to where she rested, but it was a not good rest or disturbed rest, I guess you would say.
Irina,
What's
are
the
you
plan?
feeling all right?
I'll be fine, as she kind of brushes past you, trying to pack
Is
things
that
up.
a girl?
A bath might make you feel a bit better. Do you want some privacy down by the river?
I'm fine, thank you, is what she says.
All right.
Thinks offering a bath to the lady who doth protest is a bad idea.
I was, half sleeping, half fretting last night and had a thought.
Was it about Dot?
Dot?
No, it wasn't about Dot this time.
Dot.
Dot.
Oh my god.
And if these, I wonder if maybe the people here have a ring or something that makes the mist go away from them.
Oh,
Do they have
that's a
do they
good.
wear something, or do they have some kind of protection on them that makes the person, or is it like the camp is enchanted?
Well, they move.
Right.
So,
But this camp
Which you guys
doesn't
would
move.
look. You would look towards the camp to see some of them are getting ready to pack up and leave. Just a few of them, mostly, but it looks like horseback. No wagons or anything like that yet.
And I kind
Perhaps
of take a
we-
look around to see if I see any uniformity of one thing, like everybody wearing a pin, or everybody's wearing a specific ring.
Sure, go ahead and give me an investigation.
I know how to read. 9.
There's nothing that would indicate what you're looking for. The only thing that's in common is they wear very bright, colorful clothes, or what could be they're kind of muted and gray, but a little bit, but they're colored. Their scheme.
Maybe it's their bright uniforms. I think we need to get pink and orange
no.
and yellow.
No.
That
You
sounds
don't think?
wonderful,
That's it?
actually.
I think that would get us killed faster.
Oh. I mean, they seem to be doing okay. I'm
Have any
convinced.
have any of the Vistani gotten on the road yet while we're packing up?
I'd say maybe one group of people. There's one on horseback and a couple of them walking. And you can hear the clink clank of their camping gear on their bags and things like that as they're kind of whistling a Vistani tune down the road.
Any indication that the mist is kind of splitting for them, or is it similar to what we've been experiencing?
I would say if you study them long enough, they'll just submerge into the mist down the road. They'll just walk into it.
Oh. Shit. Okay.
Didn't we determine that the mist was kind of almost like its own entity and
Sentience.
kind of had a
Yeah.
respect for them?
Trying
Yeah.
to think the clothes are gonna work.
Maybe
This is-
do you have some special abilities now that you've been known by the Shadow Fire Horseman?
Oh, who, me?
Yeah.
You're asking something
I
fucked
haven't
up.
tried.
Are you saying did something pass between the two?
Did you guys use protection,
venereal
or-
protection? Or...
Did you wrap with sheepskin or?
Like, would you?
I
It's
don't know.
definitely a mature episode.
I was being serious. Like,
Well,
since
well,
you guys
Thief,
hooked up, maybe you've got grace.
I could go check, and what I'll do is I'll leave the camp and kind of walk down as if I'm doing like a little loop around with the intention of heading back to Madame Ava's tent. But I just want to scrape along the side of where the mist barrier is.
How close are we scraping?
Let's say 5 minutes, and specifically as I approach, I'm going to test two theories. Specifically as I approach, I'm going to think about Grandmama, and underneath my breath, I'm going to sing the lullaby that she used to sing to me that connects us
Okay.
just to see.
Okay. And how close, like, are you going
5
to
feet.
actually? Okay. Just you take your stroll. You get to an appropriate distance, or where you feel it's good to execute your kind of test. You get close enough to it, and as you do, you can see that the mist kind of swirls. Your eyes begin to see things moving within it, like apparitions that kind of form and then dissipate. And then at one point, you kind of test the boundaries of maybe just leaning a little closer. And then you can see kind of the mist reach out, kind of the spectral, ominous hand that's very decrepit looking, trying to grab you.
Oh yeah, I'll take a step back then. No relation to grandmother, no relation to any being within my head similar to what Filova may have seen.
You're pretty sure with your test that, yeah, like if you were to step into the mist, you would fall prey to whatever it has in store for you.
Okay. All right, I'll swing by Ava's camp and poke my head into the tent. Or Ava's tent.
It's still as it was. Nothing has changed.
Is she in there or no?
No.
She's not in there? Because she ate my
Ava
toenail
or-
last night. Or fingernail last night.
You mean Eva, Madam Eva?
Yeah, what did I say?
Yeah, Ava.
Oh, yeah,
That threw me
Eva.
off.
Yeah, Madam Eva. Sorry, sorry.
Yeah, no, she's in there. You probably would hear her kind of clanking around like a grandmotherly figure, kind of like either preparing some tea or something to eat or something like that.
Okay.
Talking to herself and kind of giggling.
Madam, we are headed out for the day. Just wanted to thank you for your hospitality, and hopefully we have a chance to see you in a bit.
So when you do that, you kind of see her backside. She's hunched over. She kind of has a shawl kind of thrown around her. She only shows like the side profile of her face. You get like an eye and like her kind of crooked nose.
Mhm.
Oh, do be careful. And good luck on the endeavors that the cards have foretold.
Of course, madam. Could I leave you with a token of some kind in case you need us or we need you?
Is it a tasteful morsel like the one you flicked in here earlier?
Well, no, I was more going to give you an object of mine as opposed to something like that. But if you would prefer it, I could give you a toenail. Perhaps a tooth? Mayhaps a lock of hair.
What did you have in mind?
Well, originally I was just going to give her one of the silk flowers that I have, just in case she
Okay.
needed to contact us or we needed to contact her or something like that. Like if we needed to reverse it or find a way to reverse it.
Sure.
But if she would prefer an eerie token that will vanish, I could 100% give that to her.
I feel like she's more of the macabre, so she's going to want something a little on the
I'll give her a tooth.
dark side.
I'll
Or
give her one of my
straight.
molars.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Madam,
She takes it in her little bony hands and clenches it and studies it.
Madam, it was wonderful getting to know you.
Pleasure. It was all his. Is what she says with this kind of toothy grin.
Can I insight check that to see, to get a feeling of what the relationship is like? Oh, shit. 21.
there's definitely a kindred spirit, maybe, or a good connection between him, he, whoever she's referring to.
Okay. Definitely, at the very least, it's like a respect.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Well, darling Eva, and I'll take her hand and give it a little kiss. We are headed out.
It's very cold. It's kind of like kissing like cold, wet meat.
Oh,
That's nasty.
It's not the first time.
Shit.
And I'll head back to camp, and I'll
Okay.
go up. I'll go up to
Not suitable
Filova,
for
and I'll be like,
vegans.
"Nope. I got absolutely nothing from him.
Vegans.
Absolutely nothing from him. They, she, Clara, the Dark Lord, whoever the fuck that was. I got nothing. The mist tried to kill me again. I fucking hate this place." Eva's also.
I'm putting my rope away subtly because I was ready to lasso you. Taking you, pull you back in. My giant shepherd
Stupid
hook.
rope. I just
Yoink.
love the rope idea now.
What about the amulet?
Also,
Do you
guys, Eva
Dog.
has a connection to him. Was the only detail I got. It seems him. The Dark Lord, Von Zarovich, I think, is the information we got.
Well, didn't they all have a connection to him?
Yeah, that was the story we heard.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
he
guess
was
that's-
on his evening prayer, so he probably didn't get the story.
Yes, I
Now
did
that I'm
not get that story.
Remembering.
I just got tips on how to respect the Vistani, and I thought they had worked, and instead I found out I had been manipulated. That's neither here nor
Oh.
there. Rhodes got a pretty necklace out of it. That's all that matters.
I know.
I think it's something we should be aware of. It's a respect, to say the least. It didn't seem like they're helping or assisting the Dark Lord, but it was a definite
if-
connection there.
Those cards were to literally lead us in the wrong direction.
That's not the feeling I got.
It could be.
Tarot cards are premonitions. They're powerful. They tend not to be wrong. It's a force that takes someone over, rather than a charlatan like myself, pretending to have power over the cards.
I don't have any faith whatsoever in this tomfoolery, but I'm not opposed to following whatever lead we can. We don't really have any other plan besides Volaki at this point. My main concern is going to be how we're going to get there without falling prey to this mist.
Luck.
Irina.
Also, the amulet. Do you think the amulet will do anything for the mist?
Oh,
I'm
potentially.
the last person to ask about
Didn't
that
you say
one.
it was light?
It can create sunlight, yes. Not for long periods of time.
Did you say repel something too, though?
It can turn away undead
Oh,
in the
okay.
same way that a cleric can, but it can also hold vampires.
Oh,
That can be very useful for sure.
that'll be a nifty
That's a
trick.
mystery tool we'll need for later.
Now, just to
Maybe not.
confirm, would you have attuned to said item, or are you kind of on the fence?
Rhodes is attuned. yes.
Okay. I just wanted to double check.
You hear a whisper in your head immediately.
Twilight.
Welcome to Barovia, bitch.
A new person has touched you.
I knew that.
I like that the amulet is a thug. Welcome to Barovia, bitch.
That's nice.
Gotcha!
Can Strahd
want
just
to-
talk like a thug?
Good
What
fucking
up?
luck.
Bitch!
Pray with me.
So the Vistani camp kind of comes to life as they begin to prepare morning meals and things like that. Ismark has the supplies and stuff that he needed to pack up there. It's all loaded in the wagon. He's got the wagon ready to go. Is there anything else you guys wish to do?
No, let's leave.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
So you guys will. What is your traveling order?
Mm,
Ismark will be
I'm
driving.
up front.
It will
and
be-
you, Niley, or tell me out.
Celeste?
Thank you. Confused. Twin. It's a twin thing. So y'all look like.
Okay.
Celeste will be up front, and then Irina will be right behind Ismark in the back.
I'll walk for part of the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take up walking for part of the way and then switch to the wagon. We'll do the same thing I think we did yesterday.
I'll take up the cart, and I'll, for a very specific reason, and I will say, Irina, I know you're a little frustrated with me, but we did make this bargain last night. I hate to say this, but we do need to do a bit of a touch-up on your dye job, if we can, just while we're in the cart.
Reluctantly, she will say, "Go ahead then."
Okay. And I'll chatter your off.
Okay.
While we do it.
The wagon takes off very smoothly, as he rolled stupidly good for driving a wagon, and the party is off, heading down the road.
Ruffles got better sleep than I thought.
He let it all out.
Yeah, apparently he's really holding on to something.
Listen,
horse.
it's good to let it out. Let's see.
Now,
So you guys are heading. Go ahead.
Based on the map that I saw, there was like cartography lines and topography lines. Is the terrain changing from like the forested area to something else, or like with the
Let's go ahead and
elevation?
change over to said map. So your current position is
Yeah, I don't know.
way down here. Hang on. I'm going to get you there. Right keyboard.
Ah, found it.
Right there. That is the camp.
Got it.
So your token would be down like here. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
Good? Awesome. So you're going to be traveling kind of out this muddy dirt path
Yay.
this direction between kind of the two pockets of trees or forest.
Okay.
The river will run side by side. So you'll be able to kind of keep your eye off to the side and see the river is just flowing down.
And we're going. Where's Valaki?
Valaki is northwest. It's like way here.
Oh, that's like forever away.
I told you. But you move pretty quick.
I will. Ismark, there are a couple structures on this map of yours. Could you give us a bit of clues of what they are? It looks like there's a larger
Yeah.
building, there's a bridge, there's... I don't even know what this is right here. Oh, it's not letting
So the first thing we'll be coming upon will be a crossing across the river. Another bridge like we had crossed when we left Barovia, is what Ismark is going to say.
I
Right.
think that's true.
And it looks like there's something labeled as
I
the
don't
old
think that's the
bone
Gazian.
grinder?
I don't think so.
What the fuck is a bone grinder?
That is an old windmill, that's what he'll say.
Oh. Why is it called bone grinder?
You'll find out.
Is this the
Oh.
Lord's Manor or castle or whatever?
Super. Oh, it's the bigger
What?
structure.
It looks like a
castle.
statue.
That is perched the highest point, the highest hill.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
That is-
never let me direct anything. I was going to have us go there.
That is
wow.
that is
what I
definitely the most ominous structure
It's
there.
not delivery. It's DiGiorno. Here's Irina.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's not Irina.
I can't believe it's not Irina.
So there you go.
Wow.
That would be the Dark Lord Sanctuary.
Oh,
Yes, okay.
guys, I think we should go to that shadowy place up on the hill.
This campaign turned very
This
different.
structure right here,
Oh,
I would say that Ismark, when you point it out to him, will tell you that that's another set of gates.
Oh,
so
how
care about one.
active gates? Like we would have to burst our way through it, or
That might be
They will make way for us, is what he'll say. For those who were in the
Oh.
original few episodes before good old Ben, you guys had encountered these gates before when they randomly opened up and then randomly closed without anybody doing anything.
Yeah.
If you remember.
We do, unfortunately.
So it's another set of those.
all right.
Don't like this game.
Maybe this is the gate into the good part of this world.
I really doubt it if the Dark Lord's Manor is right there.
You think? No, I'm convinced.
It's within eyesight. I don't think
I'm
that's a good idea, bro.
That's the point of the game where it says you're too low.
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
literally
sure you
we
wanna
hit a
go
wall
there?
and we're like,
Turn-
what's
turn
going
back.
on?
Right.
I'm going to say that for the first, I got this measured out, so you're going to get It's about a mile to get to the bridge.
Oh.
And that'll be when you come to kind of the first landmark. You'll look off to your left of the wagon. You'll see the Tesser Falls, or however you pronounce it.
What? What are the cards?
I think it's
and I'll give you a
Sarah Falls.
Sayre Falls.
I think it's the Sarah Falls, yeah.
The T is silent.
The T is like Sarah.
Yeah, the falls.
Jesus.
So
And Abby.
you
Just
would
a,
have. Go ahead.
just a note, since I'm like exhausted or whatever, I literally probably would have leaned over on his mark and just like
Pass out.
slept.
Sure. I'm gonna say that you followed the river basin and the road,
I just feel like if we follow-
and you reach a great waterfall that you can see that is spilling into a pool, billowing forth with clouds of mist. There's a great stone bridge in which you guys are getting ready to cross that spans this kind of canyon, or this crossing, if you will.
Is this mist like the mist or just a mist?
Like water
It
mist.
is just mist,
Okay.
not the mist.
Okay.
And if it says a great stone bridge spans the canyon near 1,000 feet overhead.
Oh, so the river is 1,000 feet below us.
Yeah. At this point, so you've kind of graded upwards.
Got it.
No one fall.
That's really
Cool,
far
cool,
down.
cool.
How does the bridge appear to be in good repair, bad repair?
It is solid, but it shows signs of age.
Okay.
That makes sense. So you can see there's some spots where it needs repair, but the entire structure is safe and sound.
That's
Compatriots,
it.
should we take this one person at a time? Be cautious, or just barrel through?
I don't
I
think
reach for
Ruffles
my-
barrels anywhere.
It's pretty accurate.
I had my rope ready, so.
So
we're
maybe two of us walk across, then we send the wagon, then whoever else is left.
Well, I am the smallest, especially without wearing plate armor, so I could definitely go with one other person and not make much of an effect.
Well, that leaves out three of us.
good. Clunk, clunk.
I'll walk across with you.
All right. Shall we go
I'll walk
first?
across the roads.
The one thing you definitely notice as you guys begin to walk is that it is very moist or damp, the stonework that you're walking on. It's not like slippery like ice, but it could be very slick because of the mist kind of perpetually kind of drifts onto it. There's a lot of spots that are moss covered and kind of molded and things like that from the being damp constantly.
Oh, it's a good thing we didn't full barrel Ruffles across this.
Yeah, exactly.
Does this bridge have an edge?
Yeah, there's a railing to either side. It's wide enough where you can have two wagons pass side by side. It's not like a scary looking. It's all made of stone.
All right, Niley,
Long
let's go
stone.
first, shall we?
Great. Yeah. I want to be keeping my eye out on the side for just anything. Like,
Sure.
I don't even know if things here can fly, but I don't want to take the chance.
Make a perception.
We're gonna call that cock. Get out of here. That's, okay, a 12. So, I cannot perceive things. I got a 12. No!
Nothing like that.
55 killer bats pop out.
So it
Yeah,
looks
she rolled a 13 for stealth.
it looks good, safe. It's a little like if you were to run across this, you may have to make a check to keep your balance, but to walk across it in a casual
What if I
stroll or
want to
well.
go slide down?
You
I
could.
guess
Is it like an arched or is it,
It
like
does.
straight?
It does have an
Oh,
arch
okay.
that goes. Yep, and then it looks very far down into kind of the river.
Yeah.
You can see that the sides that you look down are very sheer and slick and wet. So if you were like, I'm going to climb down and investigate,
No.
it's going to be. You better have a good climbing kit and some skills.
She has no skills.
Just a rope.
I mean,
rope.
we
You and
could,
your rope.
Niley, I've got pittance. I could attempt to see if there's anything of value down there,
What?
but I
We
don't
don't
like
need to go
getting
down
wet. That's not true. I love taking baths. But that's slightly different than just like getting wet.
1,000 feet down now?
Yeah, it is like stupid far down. We don't have the time. We need to get to Blocky. Maybe if we live, we can come back.
As you guys are probably like 15, 20 feet ahead, then Ismark will be like, "Are we good to come across?
We're
Hello?"
good to come across.
Okay, and you guys will hear the,
Tell Ruffles to be safe.
and he kind of clops very slowly across at Ruffles' speed.
Ugh.
Once
Which
they get
is
about
safe.
3/4 of the way across, I will like loop arms with Rhodes and like off to see the Balaki version and just start like we're doing
Okay.
the like cross step in front of each other.
How close are we? Like, if when Ben and I get down across this bridge, like, I know on the map it looks like that manor is close, but like, for reference, if I look off in that direction,
Oh, each one of these squares or hexes are like a quarter of a mile.
so no, I couldn't see it with like mist and stuff. Like,
You can make out like the detail of
But you do
the
have like a
the manor,
drum building.
like what, 4 miles, 5 miles,
It's like 2.5 miles.
and then you got to go elevation
It is
because it's
up.
up. Yeah.
yeah,
You can make out details, but it's very vague, obscure, and silhouettes.
and
mostly.
honestly, I don't know
Through
if
the
the mist is
fog, too.
dicking me around either.
Could be.
Yeah, like everything.
It's enough to know that this is a massive. Like you've never seen a building larger than this, and it is massive
Okay,
on top of this hill.
I got
Is there any wildlife around us?
never.
There is occasional peaks of wildlife. You would be able to, like, if you look down the river, you probably would see some signs of maybe a small bear cub or something that they're trying to fish. The bear itself looks a little manged to where it's, it's had a rough living so far. You probably would see other type of animals, but you're only going to see like split second of them because like they definitely do not want any contact with anything. They are frightened.
Okay. All right.
Like the way it's
So you guys will get across the bridge. When you do, you'll continue to travel along your pathway, and you'll be kind of going down this path right about this point here. You can see that there's a lot of like rolling mounds and hills kind of that this pathway is cutting through. And then you're going to come to, let me check my notes to make sure. I'm pretty sure you'll get to about a point here where there's almost like a fork in the road. It splits. If you kind of veer to the left or more of the northwestern direction of this kind of three-way, if you will, you're going to see the large kind of ominous-looking gates duplicated from what you guys saw when you entered in. And then, oddly enough, go ahead.
Are there walls around the gates, or are they just gates?
So they look. Yeah, let me give you a description.
Sorry,
There
guys.
are-
I wasn't there for the first set
No,
of
you're
gates.
You should be. How
I'm the
dare
worst.
you ask questions for your role play?
So you see jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, or on this side of the road. There's a high stone buttress that looms in the gray fog. There's huge iron gates. You okay with that? Huge iron gates hang on the stonework, and then there's dew that clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. And there's two headless statues of armed guardians that flank the gate. So there's like little squares on the map. Those are like the huge kind of like statues of the guardians,
Got it.
and they're headless. Their heads are laying at their feet of the statue, and they're like covered with vines and
Got
thorns
it.
and things like
Which
that.
I would see as we walk through the gate, essentially. But there are no
Um,
walls. Like this is decorative, basically.
Nope. There literally would have been walls at one point. You probably could make out.
Got it.
But they would have long since been ruined or crumbled into like faded into the topography. You also, at that junction point, when you look off to the right, you're going to see that there's a pathway that leads up and it climbs up to that ominous building, this large castle that rests up there, and parked at the very bottom of the pathway that leads up to the castle or the building. You are going to spot
So much.
parked at the bottom of it, or the bottom of the road, pointing to go up in the eastern direction, there's a large black carriage drawn by 2 black horses. When you guys get into kind of like you have to make the decision whether to go east or up that pathway where this wagon or this carriage is parked, or towards the headless statues at the gates, that is when you're going to hear the snorts and puffs and a steamy breath of these, from these black horses kind of shoot out their nostrils into the mountain air, the cold mountain air. The side door of this carriage swings open silently. There is no driver. It just kind of...
Ismark, could you hold off for a second?
He will pull it slowly, and when he does, he's literally trying to fight against Ruffles, because Ruffles is like, nope.
I'm agreeing with
So
Ruffles.
it will crawl to a very slow, but Ruffles is fighting against the reins and or brake. And he doesn't want to do too much to destroy the wagon, so it's going to be like a very slow roll, but
it's a rolling stop. We're about to get a ticket.
Yeah, feel that butt sit.
I
probably would have crumbled into just inability at this point. Just
hiding
like
under
fear. Yeah, like it's him. Why did you guys bring me here?
Were we supposed to do a fear roll this morning? To see if we lose a fear?
Oh, yes. Thank you. Man, I totally forgot about this. So it's a charisma roll.
Okay, because I need
For
it.
everyone?
Yeah, that's just the standard thing we're doing.
Oh.
Is the charisma for this. The Riz roll.
The
Just
Riz
straight
roll.
Riz or save and throw?
It's a saving throw, I'm sorry.
18.
I got a 9.
17.
I love disadvantage.
Oh, God. We're about to be in the same boat.
I have 5.
Son of a gun. So 5 fails.
9.
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure 9 fails.
Yeah.
So you got to do, how many fear points do you have?
I don't have any.
Okay. So
This
I
is
had
just to
one,
get
but
rid
then
of
I
the
had
fear, right?
fear
This is
point
not to
removed.
acquire fear.
if you pass your, it'll take 1 away.
Okay.
Okay, so then I'm at 0 again.
Rhodes, what did you get?
I got a 5. I'm wondering if I can use my channel divinity to ward it off when I feel it, or is it a passive thing?
This is more of a passive thing.
Okay, I got a 5 then.
Okay, and then Ben, what did you get?
18?
Oh, you're good.
So I get to
17.
remove
Okay.
1.
Yep.
Okay.
You're good as well.
Good.
So those of you who did not get higher than double digits, you have a fear point.
Yay!
And this is probably what this is what triggers it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm still acting afraid because
How many fear points does everybody have?
I still have 0.
One. Okay.
0.
Just making sure.
I had 2,
Just-
which was bad.
Okay.
Should we investigate this carriage?
Sorry, can you remind me, like, what 1 point of fear will do, or does it just...
It just keeps compounding
Okay.
until you reach certain markers,
I
and
just
then
wanted to
things
make
start
sure that,
going
like-
bad.
And then I also
You're good
had
so
another
far.
question.
Yeah.
So, just because Niley, I think, is entertaining Celeste rambling from the night before about the stupid cards, the gates that we came in, did any of them have heads?
They were all beheaded.
They were all the statues were beheaded that I've seen so far.
Correct.
Okay.
You guys. So, like, Dot
Dot.
is up there, probably, right? Like, I've seen. I'm starting to foggily remember, like, seeing some plays where there might be some, like, unsavory characters, and they'd roll up to your domicile and just open the door, insinuating, like, get in or else.
I'm not getting in that.
I feel like this is that's what's happening.
I think
He's,
we
like,
politely ignore
Been
it.
waiting for us to get here. He knew we were coming. He's baiting us with loved ones, and now we're here, and the carriage doors open ominously, and the gangsters want us to get in there so they can shoot us for not paying for bets.
That was a lot.
What are gangsters? Is what Ismark is gonna say.
I
just-
am a gangster. Thank you.
No.
Obviously, yes. Sharks and what's the other one?
The Jets.
Yes, yeah, you're a shark for sure.
Irina, Ismark, have you experienced this kind of pressure from the Lord Van Zarovich?
Ismark is going to... No, not for Ismark. And then Irina is going to say no because she's pretty much been isolated in Barovia. She really hasn't traveled outside of Barovia.
There's some sort of protection that seems to be lying on you. Strange. And lots of invitations that we seem to be getting. Even if they're mocking, even if they're manipulative, they are invitations of various kinds, as in, I've got Dot, come to me. I will pressure... It's funny. I will pressure you to come to me, and I will use wolves to bring you to me, or I will change my form and become a woman and sleep with you to give you what I want to give you, to entice you to come to me. There are...
Who all is in the cart?
I'm walking.
I would have hopped out of the cart at this point.
Okay, I need you to make me a dex saving throw if you're in the cart.
Oh.
Am I the only one? I'm not the only one that has seen people from our past, right?
I have as well.
Really?
What is your grasp on the reality of that?
Okay, so
Do you feel like it's real?
your 15 is going to keep you in. Ismark is going to be able to stay. Ruffles rears up, lifting the wagon, and drops down. He is not happy. He seems as if he does not want to be here. And Irina is okay.
Like, usher him to move.
Okay, he'll gently snap it, and this is probably the quickest that Ruffles is going to move.
Just wait for us.
So you can run.
Go ahead.
Wait for us at the gate, Ismark. This carriage deserves an investigation.
Okay, he'll get to the gate as instructed, leaving you guys to do what you want to do, whomever is not on the wagon. And Ruffles will comply. Like, once he gets to the gates will mystically swing open.
What? That is
and then he will stop Ruffles at the gate.
I'm gonna turn to Ismark and say, I wish Ben would just get in that carriage.
Ben, perhaps you should get into the carriage and investigate.
No one needs to get into the
That
carriage.
is a great idea! That's what I'm going to say back. And I will make my way over to the carriage.
Okay.
Ben.
I pull my sword out as a just in case.
Okay.
Take a few steps back.
Yeah, honestly.
About 30 feet in, I would like to start essentially sneaking towards. Like, I kind of want to approach from behind so that the horses can't see me. Potentially anybody inside the carriage can't see me.
This magical carriage won't sense him.
I just love.
And that is
the three most armored people are just standing 65 feet back,
11 plus 9.
What do you see?
I got my rope.
19 is my stealth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quiet. The horses will clock you, even with that stealth,
Oh,
and they'll watch you.
intriguing. Now, how are they hooked up to the cart?
They're harnessed to it.
Similarly to as Ruffles?
Yeah, fully harnessed. They're beautiful looking, kind of black draft horses.
I'm begging you not to.
Are they similar to the horse on fire that we have been seeing, or are they normal horses?
I would say that the horse on fire is more of a war horse, so the build's slightly different.
Okay.
This is definitely a draft.
These are
horse
more
in
draft
build.
horses. Okay.
Correct.
Windows on this carriage?
There is, but they have black
Curtains?
curtains that are...
So the
Pull.
only access point is the door.
Yeah, you can see it, and it looks very spacious. There is a scent of patchouli that wafts out.
That smells familiar. I'll kind of look back and give an okay symbol to everybody.
We're sure.
We're shaking our heads no, but going thumbs up.
And I'm
Rose
gonna.
is standing halfway in between,
Are you getting closer?
What is the plan?
And I'm just gonna take just the smallest little peek I can take inside the carriage and look at the interior. And I'm looking specifically for people. Any letters or invitations or things that would indicate who this is for. And then,
So, go ahead.
yeah. and then if there's a, I can't remember what the third thing was, but those are the two things that I definitely want to look for.
Okay, so yeah, there's no driver. There's no sign of a driver.
Okay.
You peek in and you can see it's very opulent as far as like leather seating. Cloth are very elegant. There's a small little table between kind of the bench seating that has kind of a crystal decanter and glasses, and like it's very elegant.
I like that.
There's like small, like mounted into in like the walls of the carriage or whatever. There are small like vials of black roses that are growing. Things like that. There is no sign of letter or people at all, but that's kind of the description you got. There is gold inlay design on the outsides.
Okay.
That's kind of scroll work, and you can see like whittled or worked into the motif of the inlay is like bats and things like that.
Cool.
Creepy creatures.
Cool.
Super cute.
Love the creepy creatures.
I guess we'll never know.
What kind of liquid
Since
is
we're all
inside the
65 feet
decanter?
back.
It is a red liquid.
Yeah, I'm gonna snag the decanter
Sure.
as quietly as I can.
Sure.
And that
Cart
would give
falls apart.
you a 14.
It's really a mimic.
Fort of hand for fuck. 14 for my sleight of hand on taking that and kind of
Yeah.
stashing it inside
Yeah.
my.
The horses will react because they've been watching the whole time, so the wagon will lunge a little bit,
Okay.
but you'll be able to take it.
That's fine. I would like to take it.
You can take the top off, kind of waft it around a little bit.
Yeah.
It smells like a very rich, flavorful red wine.
Oh yes.
Very iron heavy, iron forward.
Yeah. A lot of
And the
mineral.
copper pin.
A lot of mineral right on the tip of the tongue.
Versus
Take-
high cholesterol.
it's like drinking a one-a-day vitamin.
And then I'd like to go around to the
I see
front
everyone
of the
here has
cart.
tasted a one-a-day vitamin.
I'd like to go around to the front of the cart and look at how the beautiful black horses are connected to the carriage, and if it is possible to unharness them and bring them over to us.
Would you go to try to remove the harness? They become very agitated. They will not let you do so easily. It will be
Kicked
a
in the
combat
face.
situation, you're sure, if you press.
If I press on it,
The other thing you're going to notice, your passive is, I'm sure, higher than the 12.
okay. Yes.
You're going to...
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to notice that for a split second when you look at it, half the face of the horse almost shimmers into like a skeletal form. But it could be just maybe the illusionary effect of the world.
If I touch the side of the horse, not the harness, but like their shoulder, does my hand push through an illusion and I feel something underneath it, or do I touch
You will feel
muscle?
bone, and you will also need to make a dexterity saving throw because it is going to rear.
Oh, I feel good about that. Dirty 20, 14 plus 6.
Yeah, you'll be able to jump back,
Okay.
but you would have passed through some sort of illusion
Okay.
for sure. You grabbed bone, animated bone or skeletal.
I feel like
This!
by now you're taking bets on if he's going to get kicked in the face.
And I'm going to take one of my fingernails, toss it inside the carriage, slam the door shut, and storm back to the party.
Okay.
Back to us who are waiting for you?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. When I close the door, does it take off?
No,
Fuck them.
it'll stay closed. When you get back to your party member, it'll and bounce.
Guys,
It opens right back up.
team, those fucking horses are skeletons. It's all a fucking lie. Everything about that carriage is a lie. Although I got a beautiful bottle of wine. Who would like a bottle of wine?
You stole wine
It's
from
wine.
a carriage.
To be perfectly fair, they gifted it to us as an incentive to get inside of the carriage. So really, it was our decanter all along.
Can I, during the time where we were, while this was happening, was there any kind of non-typical activity happening around the manor thing up there? Like, big black clouds started forming, or
No.
the bats took action?
Nope.
Or
You hear like opera music playing.
Maybe a
Somebody's
maybe
counting, like,
maybe
one,
a
two,
very
three.
low rumble, very low rumble of thunder.
He's
A
here.
flash of lightning that would have illuminated silhouettes to add to the ambience, but nothing like would have been like, oh no, this. Not like
Sarn's eye didn't like turn towards
Yeah,
us.
exactly.
Yeah, okay. Just
Correct.
Beaming down on us, and we're like, "Hey, what's
Right.
up? We're here."
Right. Can we go? Is what you'll hear is Mark holler.
Yes,
Yeah.
go.
Hey,
Fuck
let
that
us away.
carriage.
Yeah.
So you guys will kind of jog up or make your way quickly to the wagon.
Expedited retreat.
Ismark will pull the wagon through. As the party moves through, the gates will shut behind you. As you look through the gates, the fog and mist is probably about 20 feet behind you, kind of presses in and kind of like almost looks like hands or fingers that kind of twist through the bars as if it's pressing through or coming through, following you still, because you have that kind of similar pocket that you had before.
Hate that.
Ismark, how far are we from our destination through these gates? I feel like this gate is a good landmark.
I mean, we could travel a little bit further. We probably would need to take camp after Old Bone Grinder, but if you want to take respite for a little bit and catch your breath, that's fine. That's up to you.
Bone Grinder, that sounds like a very comforting and lovely domicile. Is there any room for us to take refuge there overnight?
I'm sure if you'd like to go into the old windmill, you can, is what I'll say. I wouldn't, but that's up to you.
Why wouldn't you?
Why?
I don't stay anywhere out in the wild here. I try to press towards point A to point B, is what he says.
But if
Too
we
much-
have to make camp anyway,
If you must, we
Can I
must.
insight him?
Sure.
I'm not gonna in one.
no.
Yeah, that's a 6. I believe whatever he said.
You believe him.
Yeah.
He's so truthful.
Yeah.
No matter what we decide, I definitely think that we should arrive at our next destination fully prepared and rested. Like, I don't want to push through. I want to be. I'm already
Great.
tapped out emotionally, so I really don't want to
Okay.
exhaust myself, if that makes sense. You guys, but we don't have to stay in the windmill or whatever, the bone grinder. I know that sounds
We could
appetizing and everything,
we
but
could
it was
stay-
just about to get out of the wind.
near it as opposed to inside of it, and then if a storm comes through or we're threatened in any way, we could pop inside the windmill and stay protected.
Why don't we check it out first?
Yeah.
Before we make any permanent thoughts.
So as you guys are kind of taking that pathway, I'd like everyone to make a perception check as you start to enter kind of a small pocket of forest. The pine trees are kind of creating a barrier or a line through this path, or next to this path.
15.
Okay.
3.
The sisters are doing great over here.
Actually, rolling
I'm
pretty well.
disadvantage on
I got a
everything.
14, my passive is 16 then.
22.
What you got, Ben?
I am going to add Cybolstered Knack to give me a total of dirty 20.
Okay. Everyone here is going to hear in the distance echoing towards you. It's very faint. The higher your perception number, you obviously are more alert to the sound. It sounds like this scream of agony or sorrow. And it's a female tone or a voice. And it's in front of you. You don't see anything currently, but it is going to get a little, like, the further you move down the pathway, the closer you can get to it. The closer you travel to it, you may even be able to hear gentle sobs or crying.
That's just when we're going through the gate, or
That's probably like half a mile after the gate, past the gate.
On the same, it appears to be kind of the same direction we're headed.
Yes.
Anybody else hear that screaming?
Oh, I thought it was just me. I've been hearing things a lot, so I figured I'd just ignore it.
We have to talk about that later.
So as you guys are continuing in that northward direction towards Vallaki, on the old Sphalic Road, just past the falls, you now will find yourselves approaching another bit of a crossroad. And in the center of this crossroads, there's a large clearing of land that seems to have been claimed as a camp. There are several tents that encircled kind of this clearing that remain in the remains of a campfire as a lazy trail of smoke kind of drifts up into the sky. There is a banner that has been placed at the camp's entrance, brandishing what looks like a silver longsword on a kite shield with a sprig of belladonna on it. This is when the rain begins to fall, as you're beginning to kind of hone in on that frightened cry of that female voice that rang out earlier, as a low roll of thunder begins to kind of echo above.
So it has started raining.
I'm going to transition over to a map so you can get a better visual of what I probably described horribly. And I will do the same for our viewers, hopefully.
Ooh. The rain is regular rain, or is it burning through our skin and
No, it's
making our
not.
brains
It's
melt?
not acidic.
Okay.
So I placed your tokens where you guys would be approaching from. And the clearing is here, and hopefully you guys should be able to see the trail of smoke and the tents and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. It's really cool.
Rhodes, I need you to make a religion check, please. And I would like you guys to all place your tokens where you would be around the cart or in the cart.
Go ahead and
You should, James, you should have control of yours, I hope.
let me.
Yep. That would probably be better.
20.
Up front,
So,
in front of the horse.
when you,
Next to it.
Rhodes, lock on to the
Maybe
banner,
on the other side. Same as
you've
the-
seen this
right here?
religious iconography or this symbol before. You believe it comes from a faith of worshippers of Ezra.
Oh,
Where are you at? Rhodes.
Where do you want to be at?
towards the front of the wagon, I guess,
You
on
can put
foot.
him up and feel over. On the side, feel over.
This is my religious order. These are fellow
Peeps.
worshippers
you
of
see
the
that?
Church of Ezra.
Well, that's
There should be a banner on there, a blue
Good
banner.
news.
There's a tiny little
Okay.
path, if you see it, kind of leads up to the camp clearing.
Is Ezra a well-known and divine being?
Here?
No. From where we're from. Well, I mean, I'm from the not from the material plane, but is it?
I would say that it's probably better known here than from Faerun, from where you guys are from.
Okay.
I'm going to show you, because out of this one tent, you guys are going to see kind of the tent flaps open up as this female elf comes just plunging her knees to the ground. You can see that she's like a mess and she's sobbing, and she just kind of falls on all fours as she's continuing to be like sorrowfully kind of... They changed my layout and I don't like it. There we go. So you should be able to see the token, I hope.
Yeah.
yes.
I will try to show everybody. That's roughly what she looks like. And click the screen to remove that. Lovely bride.
Rhodes, you said this is of your faith.
Yes.
Should we help her? She seems distraught.
They should be travelers, presumably clerics or paladins. Yes, we should help.
Yeah. I was
would
gonna say
briskly
I
walk
would-
up with Rhodes to. That's all I need is to know
it's a
that
line of
he
plate
might-
mail walking up.
Okay, go ahead and put your tokens
Yeah.
where you guys would approach and
There
where
we
you would
go.
stop at.
Well, I think Rhodes, Fialova, and I are going all the way up, right?
Yeah, so now go ahead and put yourself where you want to be.
I'll put my head on a swivel to watch out for any kind of
All
booby
the way up.
traps.
Yeah,
Here?
put me like right there, and then Rhodes and Fialova
I'll
are
walk
like
right up.
more useful in this.
What's the passive perception on the 3 people approaching?
16.
11.
16.
Okay, both Rhodes and... Thank you. Fialova, my brain stopped. They're going to spot that.
I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna let all 3 of them kind of get a head start of me, and I'm gonna look at Irina and Ismark, and I'm gonna hold a finger up to my mouth and a hand out, kind of just telling them to be quiet and stay back. and I'm actually going to loop up around and attempt to hide, kind of like up and around this direction, and attempt to hide behind that tree.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth.
Dirty 20.
And
12 plus 8.
I think it's a person.
Okay, dirty 20. That's great. While this is all taking place, you give your kind of
You guys
signals
point it out.
to Irina and Ismark, and then you'll make your way to that location where you're at.
Yep.
Bow's drawn.
Yeah.
And you're still in the front
I'm
seat.
still in the
Okay.
cart, but I've got a longbow.
So the two of you are going to spot what looks like a figure laying face down into now mud.
Oh.
I'll call out as we're approaching. Are you injured?
The head kind of raises up, and she kind of tries to get herself pulled up and better posture adjust her. And you can see that it's a female elf. She's wearing armor and things that indicate her as a missionary of the Church of Ezra. She has lavender hair, very bright, vibrant lavender eyes, and kind of the typical kind of porcelain or pale-looking skin of the elf. She is going to stand and be like, "Yes, I need some help. My party is, well, dead," is what she'll say.
Well, what happened?
"I awoke to this," and she seems very distraught, so it's very hard for her to kind of put things together, as if she's in a state of shock.
You went to sleep here, or you were brought here?
"Yes, I was resting in this tent right here," and she points to the one that's directly behind her.
And how long have you been here? In this area realm?
"Weeks. We've been traveling. You were one of us," is what she says.
Don't think so. When were they attacked?
"I don't know. We all were taking shifts in the night. And we all were doing our part to protect ourselves from the evils that are here. And I awoke to this," is what she says.
Can I see inside of this tent?
The one that she's standing behind?
No. The one kind of like
Sure.
across from her. Can you?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to kind of like, if I could glance in and just see if I can see
Sure.
Are there like dead bodies everywhere?
people. They did, Philo Van Rhodes did point out the person on the ground.
So inside the tent, you will see a figure that's laying there. You will see that this person is not moving. It looks as if they were in their bedroll. Inside the tent that you're looking at.
Do I see any blood?
I mean, unless you want to get inside there and do a
Man.
Perry Mason or an investigation or whatever.
Rhodes, I'm gonna, against my better judgment, I'm gonna go look at this body
We're about to get our shit rocked, guys.
in this tent.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So you want to
Kind
back me up?
peek inside the tent to see if I can see anyone else in there before I full
There's
commit.
just one person inside
Cool.
the tent.
Then I'll full commit with the option of punching someone in the face if they suddenly spring up.
I'm gonna walk in reverently and kind of kneel down, assuming nothing comes and jumps out at me, and just kind of look over her or the body and see what I can determine, like how they died or anything like that. I'm thinking like using my medical sharp eye.
Where
or
are you at?
I'm in the second tent.
Oh,
the
okay,
tent.
the other tent. Let me
Yeah.
pop that up.
Okay, so you went in the same tent I did.
Yeah, like I was just kind of like, you want to back me up? I'm gonna go in there.
Yeah, cool. I got an 18 for medicine.
Put your tokens where you're at, so it helps.
Can
when
you throw
follow
me and
along.
Pialova in that tent?
In the tent.
Yes, we want to be in the tent.
So entering into that
Close
particular
to
tent,
Yes, thank you.
what you're going to see is you're going to confirm it's a dead male. It's a half elf, dressed regal. Had chiseled features, very strong facial line structure, short spiked blonde hair, passive perception knows that it's kind of, there's something strange around the head neck area. That looks a little off.
What would I need to...
As a perception. Just to confirm what your passive is kind of hinting you towards.
16.
Perception 23.
Yep. That's going to be good enough to notice that there are distinguished puncture wounds in the neck.
Niley. And I pull his collar back with
You got, with your perception, you also see that this person did not put up a struggle. So it wouldn't look like there was some sort of fight. They looked like they were resting
It doesn't
peacefully.
even look like they fought back. They just laid there and...
Yeah, which means there's only one person left alive right now, and I find that weird.
Can I?
I would be whispering at
Sure.
least.
Sure.
Do you think that...
I don't know.
With that information, I'd probably be very, about face, turn around and put my eyes right on Rhodes and this other person and just be like...
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? Just
sure.
look, I'm looking, I'm watching you, lady. And, probably just, have my hand on my rope.
What are you going to do with your rope?
I could lasso, maybe.
Lasso Rhodes to us?
So Rhodes,
Or the other lady.
you're kind of catching the glances from the
Use my
tent.
lasso.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a cowgirl.
Yeah, I feel like we're trying to relay that, hey, be on guard.
Okay. Can I, both the banner and everything about her armor, can I try to assess the authenticity of it?
Yeah. Do an investigation.
I would also, I know this seems really dumb.
There are no dumb things in D&D.
Oh, there's always dumb things in D&D.
Just
Thank
dumb
you for
people.
being supportive. I want to tie this dead body up for right now. Because I don't know how vampires really work. So, I see 2 puncture wounds, I assume the worst.
Sure, yeah. You can
As
bind
far as I know, this is literally it. This is all you have to do.
Give me a sleight of hand to see how good it's bound.
This is going to be great,
Just
guys.
11.
The banner is authentic.
Why are you committed to
Her
this?
everything
I
is
shouldn't have
authentic.
been, because, these
It
have
looks
been
as if
treating
she
me really
is
well.
exactly a missionary of Ezra. Just like she had stated.
I got a 9.
They're bound.
Cool.
Plus your sleight of hand.
Yeah, I got a 9.
Okay.
Yeah, they're bound.
I'm a paladin.
They're bound to escape these ropes.
Yeah,
for
they're
sure.
literally destined to escape these ropes.
Is there another person in your tent there?
There is, yes. This was the person that I woke up and found, and then I checked everywhere else. I'd found everyone is
You put
slain.
me out of the tent. I just kind of want to
So if you peek through or past, you'll be able to see inside this tent. There is another body
put me
inside there.
directly
I got
behind
a
Rhodes.
17 on an insight
I kind
check
of want
from
to
a distance,
bodyguard
on her
behind him.
to
Okay.
see if I feel like she's being honest.
So what you see inside the tent, Rose, is going to be. Let me find the. I believe it's-
I feel confident about my rope job.
I could have done a little bit better, but not much.
Why didn't you? Why did you let me sit there and
Okay,
struggle to
just-
tie it?
Just in case I need a lasso.
I forgot.
There's a dead female inside this one. Features has very long brown hair. Has like Norse braids, warrior braids. It is a human, and this one looks like there was a bit of a struggle. There's a little struggle inside there.
I'm going to point through the trees at the body and say, is that one of your comrades as well?
Yes, that was. Let me go back to my notes. Sebastian, he was last, the third on the watch. And you could kind of see that he's definitely he's human male.
Okay. May I render aid to you?
I'm just in a bit of shock, is what she says, and she'll probably like move towards like a stump or something they have set by the fire, and just kind of takes a minute. You can feel, if you lay hands to kind of help aid her, you can feel her kind of shaking and trembling, as if there's nerves or things inside. I don't know how you want to do it.
Can I don't think Rhodes knows exactly to look for the bite marks, but he will just sort of look wherever there is not armor.
Okay, go and give me a perception check.
Okay.
Am I getting anything on her genuinity? Like, I rolled a 17 insight. Am I picking up any, like...
This appears to be someone who has been shooketh, as you like to say.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so it
They
looks
shot it?
genuine.
Okay. But I don't necessarily know why.
Go ahead, Ben.
I would love to stealth a little closer.
Sure, go ahead and give me a stealth.
And when I do that, I'm going to look at Celeste, and I'm going to kind of indicate where I'm headed so that she can keep track of me, but nobody else can. I'm going to spend the side-bolstered knack, if it wants to spend. 21.
Okay.
And I'm stealthing.
Put yourself wherever you want to stealth to, yep.
That's right, I kind of want to be up in the trees. Not like up in the trees, but in that little cluster.
Yeah, I know, in the like within.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I kind of want to keep... Basically, I want 360 protection of stealth.
Okay.
19 perception.
You don't really notice anything that would, like, indicate 19 is really good. I'm going to say that you notice, like, maybe on her wrists where maybe her bracers aren't, or were, there are some, like, scratch marks.
Okay. Where were you all headed?
We were sent on a pilgrimage as missionaries of Ezra to find a city called Vallaki. We were searching for a priest named Father Petrovich of St. Andrew's Church. We were told that Father Petrovich would fill us in on our reasoning for searching for him once we found him, is what she says. The reason no further information was given was, I believe, in case we were interrogated by something or someone.
Can I use a divine sense?
You can.
Yeah. Would like to. And have. So, any celestial feet and undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover, I can see. Or recognize. I can detect, actually.
I would say that you are going to get a sense of... I'm going to double check something of what that would actually ping off.
Kind of surrounded by a few dead bodies, so I understand if those are going to go off, but... Like, my main focus is her.
Yeah, no, I get you. I just want to double check and make sure with some of the other things that could or could not be out here. To be fair to the land.
This is about to pop up like... me. Too deep.
I say, reverse, I take it back.
Reverse.
You would get a strong sense of undead from her.
I would feel like since we've traveled together, like, us aside from Ben, we would have a common set of, like,
Sure.
noises.
You could put that.
Man
noises.
Yeah, it's actually just Niley trying to talk like a man.
I am Niley.
Man noises. Man.
Let us see if we have some supplies back at the wagon.
I'm trying to think to Ben as if I think that the connection is still, like, there and everything.
Oh,
I'm just like,
right.
Ben, SOS.
So anybody looking is going to see you, like, scrunching your face, like, trying to, like, mentally... Yeah, there you go.
Listen to me!
I love it.
And I'm going to think to myself...
Niley's over here like, man noises.
I'm gonna think to myself, man, it really looks like she's got a fart.
Very much so.
You would also hear all the man noises and not know what that meant.
Yeah.
So
I'd be like, what is wrong with them? She did something bad last
So,
night.
Celeste, is there anything you wish to do from your perch? Back in the
how
wagon?
loud could I have reasonably been? Like, loud enough for Celeste, or like, because they're far away, so...
No.
Yeah.
You're pretty much in the vicinity of the camp.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look at Ismark and does any of this look sketchy to you?
To be honest with you, everything looks sketchy here.
Well, okay, that's fair.
Walk back towards the carriage a bit with Miley.
Yeah. She's definitely undead, man.
You look back at her, and she's slightly rocking, kind of like
Dude, that's
nervous.
guilt.
It is all
She's 100% undead.
I'm backing back. Like, I'm not putting my eyes off of her, because I don't know what Niley's trying to convey to us, but it is not good.
I would not mention anything until, like, right here.
But
Like,
just her, not the dead bodies.
well, we don't know about the dead bodies yet until they spring back up. I don't know how this works, but she definitely is undead.
Is there undead? Are there undead people?
I tied the
People
one
in
up.
your faith? Is that a thing? I don't know.
I think
How's
that's, like,
undead?
illegal.
It's
Oh.
very much what we try to protect people against.
Oh. I mean, that does make sense. I'm just, explore all options. Don't jump to conclusions. Never
So
assume.
you'll begin to hear this conversation get a little bit better as they make their way to the wagon, Celeste.
I would
When
like
they-
to glance back every now and again at her, just to...
Go ahead, Ben.
When they leave the area, does the elf start talking to herself?
No, she just is giving off the appearance of shock. Like, you've seen this before in other people that have maybe experienced something that is, like, shocking, obviously. So, like, she's very, like, nervous hands and kind of, like, a little bit of shaking. She doesn't, like, start muttering to herself, but you can see that it's genuine looking.
Yeah. It's genuine looking. Can I insight it?
I mean, that's a perception. Like, you're literally, like, looking. I don't
Yeah.
know what else to say.
Can I insight it in this moment?
Guys.
Just to get a nature of
Sure.
what she's...
If you'd like to.
Nope. Nope.
Everyone in her camp is dead,
Okay.
except her.
But I'm gonna keep it part.
Maybe
You guys still
Okay.
walking back?
Yeah, we're still making our way. Don't even say the vampire got full. Or
that's what
whatever.
I was gonna say.
I
like,
knew you were gonna say it.
How much do they eat? It's like, do they stick
I
to a
don't
strict
know
diet?
how much vampires eat, but I think it's as much as they want. Just a liquid diet, I hear.
Well, here's my thought. Now, hear me out. Because, we gotta make sure that we're not just jumping to conclusions. I don't want to just hurt people for fun. What if she was undead when she joined the order, and then when the guy got here to, do the old slurping of the blood, she was already dead, and so it was like cement in her bones, and I don't know.
That's inspiration. That's a possibility.
Double inspiration.
She could have been like a undead person before.
Like a reformed.
Yep.
That's like. I
Around-
mean, I know my past. I'm not saying I'm undead, but like I don't remember what
As
it is.
all eyes now stare at you.
Oh.
I would have glowed.
There.
I won't say that. I'll just be like, okay, guys, come.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like everything that comes back to me in memory, I was not a good person and probably would not have been accepted as who I was before to my saviors that have brought me back from the brink. So, I mean, I'm trying to give this person a benefit of the doubt, but, I won't hesitate if it comes to it because I'm protecting my new family.
She read as undead.
You see Rhodes taking out spell components. I must end their state. It's my duty.
He looks like he's Van Helsing getting ready.
Yeah.
Doing something.
Close all the
Right.
spikes.
Sharpening a spike.
Yep.
Holy water.
Okay, well,
The
So
others
we-
should be easy
Rhodes Helsing.
because they're currently down.
Are you going back?
Not by himself.
Are you guys coming all the way to the cart?
Does anyone know where Ben has gone? Is what Ismark is going to say.
Hold on, I'll call him. I know you're ignoring me. Ben, answer me. Ben,
Celeste.
I know you could hear me.
Celeste would know the general area that I'm in, and would probably know
Yes,
that I'm
I kinda
checking.
tracked him.
Checking.
Yeah,
in
we would have
on-
made it
If
there.
you guys are all the way up
Okay.
yonder.
Yeah, we would have made it to
I'm
you
just
guys.
saying, with their passives, they have both Irina and Ismark have no idea where he went.
Yeah.
I bet Ben can talk to her brain.
No.
But I was tracking him. He's on the other side of the camp.
Oh, he's closest
Do
to
you
her
think
right
you could
now.
call her in her brain like he calls us?
So I'm going to say at this point, Ben, you're going to be noticing that she stands, being the elf.
Okay.
And she kind of like folds her arms kind of in a closed position. She's got her arms folded, and she's going to like kind of start to walk slowly around the fire as if pacing or something like that. Bless you.
Okay, I'm gonna send. Normally I'd ask for this, but this does not seem like a moment for that. I'm gonna send a a lightning bug to Celeste and to Niley in this moment.
Okay, so both of you get a little lightning bug that lands on your shoulder and then begins to like hop towards your ear, and then in your ear holes.
Just right
Babblefish.
in the ear hole. And we
Testing 1 2 3.
Exactly.
Yeah, you will hear screaming.
We hold this for 4 hours, and I go,
Not a fan.
guys, any update?
Oh,
Because
God, I would-
what I can tell is that she seems relatively normal.
She is undead.
Oh,
Oh, right. Sorry, you weren't over at the wagon. That's on you, mainly. But she's undead.
technically I am over at the wagon, but that's neither here nor there. We can.
I at least gonna look under it. Like what?
Oh wait, no, I'm not by the wagon. I'm by the fucking fireplace. Fuck it. This is a very stressful situation. Get it together. Ugh. You hear him slapping himself in the face on top.
The elf will look in the direction of the trees. Like, what was that?
All right, so
Man noises means a lot of things, guys.
what's the plan?
Rhodes has to, per his order, handle that. Dispatch her.
Would you like me to get a jump start on that?
Well, honestly, she killed all of her friends, so
I'm gonna, while having this conversation, I'm gonna unsheath my rapier.
maybe we could ask her. Maybe she.
How do you know they weren't all killed and she's the only one that's come back so far?
Didn't think of that. But why just her?
Murder hobo.
Maybe they just haven't come alive yet. Maybe she's
Murder
just the first
hobo.
one to come back.
Then we have a real problem if they all come back.
I would like to do a ritual on the others. Perhaps the one farthest away from her first.
I'm good with that.
When,
And see.
when you finish this, Ruffles is like making gestures. Like your words seem to like trigger something to where Ruffles is like, yes, you should do this.
All right,
Hold
yeah.
up, is Ruffles also a cleric? What the-
Yeah. When I did
Ruffles is the
Divine
DM.
Sense,
Right.
what does Ruffles come up as?
What were the options?
Celestial Fiend Undead.
He's the best boy. That's what he is.
He would not glow.
It's what he does. He's a true god. She's been a druid
It's wholesome
this
the
whole
entire
time.
time.
This whole time.
Just, it was too awkward to say anything.
Would you not mind? Perhaps we bring her some provisions to make it seem like.
Yeah.
But also ask some pointed questions in a distracting way.
Yeah. Ben's good at distracting.
I am. I'm
It's
also.
been here.
Oh yeah, I guess I wouldn't hear
I
you say
feel
that
like
because I can
we're
only
back
hear what
to
you
me.
say in your head.
Yeah.
Ben?
Start singing a song that doesn't end.
I'm upset
Song
because I've been
that
calling you all
ends.
afternoon and you haven't been answering me, and then all of a sudden you just talk to them.
Yeah.
and
I would grab a few provisions.
Okay.
And you should stay here just in case this goes.
Right before they're getting ready to head back, though, I am going to hop down and cast Protection from good, Evil and Good on Rhodes.
Oh, good. What does that do?
Raising spells.
It lasts for 10 minutes. It protects against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. They have disadvantage on attack rolls against you, and you can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. That's it. That's all that applies.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I'll go back with Rhodes.
So
I will try to get Ben out of the woods to handle the distraction team.
Let me get this straight. I would think that you walking towards her with provisions is distraction enough, and then I can just attack her.
No, we don't want to attack her yet.
All right. So you just want
Just follow the plan.
okay. And you would like me to distract her? How?
You're very good at a bunch of things, I'm sure, so let's just start with asking her a few questions.
All right. I will come out of the woods on the backside, so it looks like I'm walking down the path. And I'll be like, friends, I went and looked. I heard a bit of a story. My dear, I could not find anybody further north. Didn't appear to be any signs of any animal attacks.
Yeah, so
And I'll walk towards her, keeping a touch of distance. And I will say, my dear, what was your name? I missed it as I was looking for more that might be slain.
So her body language, her facial features are very alarmed. So her instincts are to go towards a small sidearm she has on her, and she starts to pull it.
He's a friend. He's a friend of ours.
Okay.
No.
That'll ease.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
That'll ease kind of her posture. When you ask for her name, she tells you her name is Thessalia.
Can I insight check that?
You can. That was just me trying to pronounce it's why it sounded
Thessalia.
weird.
12 plus 15.
Give me a history check.
15.
It's a legit name. Like it flowed off of her tongue. Like that's her name.
It was her name. And I will say Thessalia. That is a beautiful name. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. Is there anything outside of provisions that I can assist with that you might need?
I'll hand over the provisions at that point.
She takes the provisions and she says, I must get to Vallaki, is what she says.
That's strange. We were...
My pilgrimage and my mission depends on it, is what she...
Depends on it? Why does it depend on it?
We must meet,
I
now must meet with Father Petrovich.
What have you done since you've been here?
I
You just kind of want to know what you've seen versus what we've...
Let me find my notes because I have those. Yep, they're on here, I promise.
So are we going good cop, flirty cop?
Yes.
Is that what
That's
this is?
100% what's happening.
Not bad cop, worse cop.
No.
Experienced nightmarish dreams, horrible things, is what she says. And we have experienced attacks from large wolves, the dire kind, and other creatures of the night, while traveling through the mist that this place seems to have everywhere around it. We've lost several others on our pilgrimage here.
Is she wearing any, neck wraps or anything that's, hiding? She's not. So there are no puncture wounds, there are no...
The only thing I could say that would stand out since you're kind of looking for something like that is she's got armor on, it's not, fully donned.
Yeah.
But enough of it to kind of give her some type of protection. It looked like she may have been sleeping and just kind of doffed most of it to where it was like a comfort level.
Got it.
It looks like leathers mostly.
Okay. I will...
Like I said, she has a small sidearm, like a short sword. That's at a quick glance with your passive perception, just looking, that's what you would have got.
I will pick up on this side of her, and I will kind of touch her hand. And I will say, Thessalia, we are also traveling to Vallaki, and I'm sure that we could find some way to incorporate you into our crew, but it's just odd. How are you the one who is left behind?
Once your hand touches her hand, you kind of get a sense that it's very cool or cold to the touch. She'll pull it away. You also notice that she has a very beautiful looking, well-crafted ring on her finger that kind of you can feel and touch.
I'm gonna
So the way
I'm gonna reach for her hand again, and I'm gonna say, darling, your hands are freezing. It must be the rain. It must be the cold. Please, let us help you. And I'm gonna reach for hands again and start rubbing them in between my hands.
Okay.
I got a 17 on her name.
The history check on her name, this sounds as if you would have heard this. It's not like a prominent person within the cloth or within the faith, but the name sounds familiar, as if they would have been a messenger or they would have been something like that.
I'm gonna ask her what she knows about vampires.
She will give you information as if she's either encountered them once before in a previous pilgrimage. She gives you enough information to where she knows what they are.
She has a negative opinion of them, I assume.
Yes.
Rubbing her hand.
Yep.
Did she allow me to do it this time around?
She will. It kind of eases a little bit.
Okay.
And she will allow that.
Okay.
When I hear that she's a bit restless, I will go ahead and begin casting gentle repose on this person. And I will ask Fiolova to be prepared to attack if they wake up.
Okay.
But I will gently roll them over and place the spell components.
So when you get to them and start kind of getting a good examination, you can see that this person here, being the guard, correct? Is that where you're at?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a quick description for everybody who's watching and listening. Is very rugged in appearance, human male, as we had said before. His neck has been twisted in an unnatural state. Like, it looks like it's, like, shouldn't have twisted that way. You will successfully, you said ritually casting? Or just casting? I'm not sure if it's ritual or not.
Yeah, I think it's not, so
Okay.
I have to...
So when you cast it, it is, nothing's going to happen. They won't spring up as if they're zombies or undead.
Okay.
It is gently reposed, successful.
May I do a medicine check to look for the same neck things? I got 24.
Yeah, there's no puncture marks on his neck.
just
He's
the
just been,
neck.
like,
Broken.
twisted
Here.
around really bad. As if
That is
something
weird.
would have came to a certain direction and just tried to twist it almost off.
I'll just, to sort of cover what I was doing over here, I'll respectfully sort of grab his body and pull it over in a way that
I'm going
people would, I
to...
suppose.
Sure.
Here's what I would like to do next. And this might trigger our next round of action, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to take my hands away and say to her, let me get a fire started. It might be a little damp here, but at least it could warm us for just a little bit. And as I go to turn around, I'm going to do a sleight of hand where I take the ring with me. That ring that you described.
Sure.
To attempt to take it from her. I'm gonna burn a. Ooh, that's good. 18.
Yes. You will fluidly go to do that, and when you do, you will definitely have perch to the ring. And I'm assuming you're going to turn to go towards the fire and do all the
Correct.
things. So you will turn and start to do that. Everyone who's looking at her will see that her visage fades, and you will see a vampiric visage directly.
Told you!
As I think this is a good point for us to end this chapter of our story. Thank you all with much. I don't know if this will do this. Much love. Yay, thumbs up. Give us those thumbs up. All those likes. Yeah. Do the thing. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Thank you all.
Subscribe.
Woo!
Subscribe. Yeah.
Smash that like
Subscribe.
button, comment.